Hi, this will be Distant Angelic Reiki healing today. My beautiful black moonstone crystal. So bringing in some beautiful loving energies today. My guides wanted me to really focus on dragon energy today. So I am surrounded by dragons. I am, and I found this. I think it's a money box. I got it for my daughter. Beautiful. So funny. When I do my yoga sound bath classes, things come to me. Could be absolutely anything. And then I was reminded I had this in a box in my bedroom. So it wanted to be known, I guess. So I wonder if she's forgotten about it. Can't remember where I got this from. I don't know if it was from the Isle of Wight or Wookie Hole, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Or it might have been the New Forest, but yeah. But I remember when I was on my yoga mat this morning at my class. So there's beautiful dragon energy, and I have the Dragon Path Oracle card. So dragon energy really wanted to come through today. It's quite interesting. Black obsidian, crystal dragon, clear quartz crystal dragon. My friends got me this beautiful dragon, and I think this is from Etsy. I'm just laughing because of the dragon energy. And my friend, bless her, she's passed away now. And people who know me know that I love pendants, you know, and some of my friends make some incredible crystal pendants and all sorts of beautiful pendants. You know, I do have quite a collection of them, and I was guided to wear Lilith. I think this is it black onyx? Yeah, that my friend made. But my friend who's passed away, she made this interesting pendant. And I remember going to her stall in Glastonbury. It's made with amethyst. And as soon as I saw this pendant, it's beautiful. But I haven't worn it for a while, but it was connected to dragon energy, because one time I did a dragon blessing. I was told when I went to my friend's class in Bristol, Bristol, that, you know, I needed to do that. And another friend kind of did the blessing with me. You know, we were kind of like guiding each other and sort of stuff, and I went off and did it. But I haven't worn this for some time. So, and I do find that people who blah, can't get my words out, blah blah blah, who have passed away, they do make themselves known. You know, people can have their own ideas about that, entirely up to you. But I know that there has been, especially from like my mediumship groups and classes and my own experiences, that there are guides that do come through from the spirit world. And I believe when I make my products, sometimes my friend who made this beautiful pendant, she comes through and she gives me guidance, and I know it's her. So people can have their ideas about it, whatever, you know, but I know that it's her that comes through and gives me guidance. So it's just interesting of me thinking about that, because the energies have been really interesting. I was dealing with another blocked sink again yesterday. This time it was worse. It was like water all over the top, all over my carpet, because I've got carpet in the kitchen for some reason. But the smell was really bad, and I mean really bad, and it kind of reminded me, trigger warning, there's a trigger warning, of the smell of death. And my cat came up for a cuddle, and the smell on him, and I was just like, where have you been? And I thought, he's not going to let me get a flannel and give him a wipe, you know. But he did. He surprised me. He did. And then earlier on, when I got back from my classes, he let me give him a wipe. I used some like sea moss soap and made sure I rinsed it and gave him a little wash, and then he's been cleaning himself. So there's a reason why of connecting with dragon energy today. And the energy was quite interesting in both of my classes. You know. And what's been going on, obviously, to do with here. And I did do a blessing. I've got my own incense that I make with black salt and all sorts of weird and wonderful herbs. And I did do a blessing yesterday in my home. And I've actually burnt some before I started doing this video. But what's kind of come to me is the spell work. And I know some people don't always talk about it. Don't listen to me if you don't want to hear what I've got to say. But what's been coming up quite a lot is spell work, but using graveyard dirt and putting people in jars, like, you know, their names in jars, voodoo dolls. I'm talking about quite dark, nasty, evil energy here. And I have warned about this, so and what's also been coming up is the ones that have been putting it out there have been trying to do other spells, rituals, call them what you will, to try and retract them or to try and stop them. You can't stop them. Once it's out there in the cosmos, that's it. And this is coming up for a reason. But I tell you, the smell that was coming from the drains, like, I don't believe in coincidences, you know, I don't believe in coincidences of the smell of the rotten water and the smell of death, and, you know, and then also the smell on my cat as well. And what's also been coming up in my yoga classes and my readings, my healings and everything else, you know, not everything is a coincidence. And obviously being connected to connect with the dragons today, and my friend being reminded to wear her pendant that she made, and she's passed over, she's in the spirit world. The trouble is with sending that energy, putting someone in a jar, voodoo against someone, a voodoo doll, sending death magic, graveyard dirt, you know, it's all very symbolic. This is what I'm trying to say. It's all very symbolic. So, and I'm not frightened. I'm not frightened of any evil, demonic spirits. Do you know what I mean? I'll just send them fucking go. Like, go back to where you come from. Because you have no place here. But this is, I don't know if this is so much as transmuting that energy, it's just more of healing. And also to help anyone who's experiencing that. Because this is not only happening to, like, me, I'm not the only one experiencing stuff like this. And I know that I'm very protected by my ancestors and my guides, and, you know, and this is why I do my yoga classes for a reason, and why I connect with certain people for a reason, and why I'm doing this now. So maybe this is also to give those, whoever they are, I should actually have got my shadow work cards out, but I've been having a tidy up. And I've got tarot boxes that I keep them in with the rest of my other cards, and that I'm going to have to get another tarot box, and I've been having a close sort out and everything else, because my section 21 runs out today. So depending on what they wish to do in regards to the legalities, and that's another thing that I will say, of putting out that energy, because that happened previously. I think it was a couple of years ago, when certain things were going on, and like my rent got put up, and you know, I'm not going to go into it right now. And I was like, it came out of the blue, and other energies, you know. So I got over that hurdle, and then there's another one. So, and I will say it again, don't put it out there, because it will bounce back like a boomerang. So just be mindful what you're putting out there to people, really, because words are spells. And these ones who think they're amazing by doing these rituals and all of this energy, you know, you wait until it happens to you, then it's not so funny then, is it? I don't think it's funny anyway. I don't take pleasure in people's lives being ruined, because I've seen too many people's lives being ruined. Some of them have made it through, and some of them haven't. So anyway, I've done enough babbling. People don't want to listen to me babble, don't listen to me. But there's a reason. There's a reason for everything. So anyway, I'm going to connect with this beautiful black obsidian crystal dragon first, and then I'm going to pick up the white crystal one. So when you are ready, take a deep breath in and out. And if you wish to connect with black obsidian, black tourmaline's another lovely crystal to connect with. I got my crystals that I had in my bag when I was doing my yoga class earlier, and I just got them out and put them to the side. So it's nice for them to connect with like those energies. I am very, what's the word? My mind's gone blank. Very intuitive with energy, you know. And it's so important, especially times like now, to be mindful of the energy that you're putting out there. I have to be mindful of the energy that I'm putting out there. But sometimes, I was saying to my friend yesterday on the phone, I said, you know, love is, you know, love, life, love. It's not all love and light, do you know what I mean? And sometimes, like, you can't be all love and light and everything else, you know. Sometimes the shadow comes in and you're like, for fuck's sake. You know, these fucking idiots, like, sending this, sending that, doing this, doing that, da 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 da. You know, fuck it, let's transmute it. You know? We all can't be all love and light and sweetness and suck it up, bitch. Sometimes we're like, what the fuck? You know? It's not all love and light. It's not all fucking hearts and fairies and butterflies, and life can be fucking harsh. And there are some people out there that do try and destroy people and try and make other people's lives a misery. But that's when you learn to transmute those energies and go, do you know what? I'm going to be a fucking badass and I'm going to transmute these energies. Right? And also I leave it in the hands of my ancestors, and my ancestors are fucking ruthless, which some people are finding out. You know, game over, checkmate. Think about who your opponent is. You know, some people, like, with playing games, like, they're like, well, I didn't even know that I was playing games. I didn't even know that I was, like, competition. Until someone puts you in that corner. You know? Think about the energy that you're putting out there, you know? If you're putting the energy out there that you want someone's business to fail, your business is going to fail. If you're putting the energy out there, persons or people's financial wealth is going to mess around. Yours is going to mess around. Your relationships. Yeah? If you're putting that out there to other people, health, anything. But you're not gods, you know? Even so, some people think they are. Walk around with that God complex. But you actually help level us up. We don't chase, we attract at the end of the day. I've never chased anyone or anything in my life, and I don't intend to. But thank you for the level up. I am grateful, actually. When you are ready, take a deep breath in and out. Some people wishing for others to have a car crash. I mean, what on earth? What's going to happen to your car? You know? Doing rituals and doing all sorts of other things so someone will lose their home. So people turn on them. Their family, their friends, so they feel isolated. How are you going to feel when that happens to you? Are you going to laugh? I think it's funny. Is it funny now? Is it? Never laugh at someone's misfortune. And never take anything for granted. My dad used to say that. My roses have bloomed. Oh, those coloured roses, the yellow roses are my dad's favourite. I grew roses for my dad, for my ancestors, you know, but my dad used to grow the yellow roses. And I grew rosemary as well. I make my rosemary herb elixir. I'm taking it with me when I move. Hopefully I'll find somewhere with a garden. I'm taking them. I'm not leaving my roses behind, you know. I planted them and I planted my rosemary, so I'm taking it. But I will find my home, my dream home. I will find it. I will. And I would never wish any of that nastiness on someone. I don't put people in a jar. I don't do voodoo dolls. Like stick pins in them. I don't do like graveyard magic rituals. Do you know what I mean? That's not my scene. There's universal laws. There's universal laws. People think I'm joking. Yeah, well, let's see, shall we? They want to push the limits, you know. They get warned. I wouldn't do that if I was you. And they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It's like poking the beehive or the wasps, do you know what I mean? And then the next thing, they all fly out and whoever it is gets stung. Being shown that, and then they moan about it and go, oh, well, they did. No, you've been warned time and time and time again. I'm not scared if, like, spirits visit me, whether they're good or bad, you know, I'm not scared. But some people have been sending things to me and to others, trying to scare us, you know, and we're just like, go back to where you come from. You're not welcome here, you know? Imagine that, like, spirits, you've been resting for, like, I don't know, God knows how many years, and then someone I can't even talk, conjures you up. For what? Is it really worth it? You know? Is it really worth it? And I'm talking about petty things here. I'm not talking about raising, you know, spirits coming in to help humanity and the world and everything else, right? I'm talking about people who are raising them for the most ridiculous, petty, stupid reasons. Some of these spirits are like, you conjured me up for that? They don't want a car. They don't want a house. They don't want a load of cash, a Gucci handbag, a Rolex watch. It means fuck all to them. Excuse my French. So what are you going to give in return, huh? And then moan about it when you can't take responsibility for your own actions. Sorry, but I tell you, there's something really direct. Really direct. And my palms at the moment feel like they are on fire. But thank you for the lessons and the blessings and learning how to transmute these energies. And I'm not on my own. I'm not on my own. I'm not on my own. And that is a comfort. Do you know that? That is a comfort. And my cats are amazing. Cats are absolutely incredible. Even though my older one's a bit smelly. My cats have been absolutely incredible. They help to transmute negative energy. And they can send those spirits as well to where they came from. You know? But some spirits actually can be scared of cats because they're very, very powerful. You know? They're ancient spirits, and yeah. But this has come up for a reason, and this is why I'm here today to do this. So And I'm grateful to be here to do this, because I wasn't even going to come on and do a video. I was going to go and sort out some clothes to take to a charity shop, but my guides had other ideas for me, so here I am. I think this is the only video that I'm going to do today. I just feel so much gratitude. I really do. I'm going to pull a dragon card. Didn't take long, did it, really? Oh, crystal. What a beautiful card. Could just about see, you know. I feel a bit emotional, so I'm just going to go easy. Not sad, but just really grateful for my life, right? The utmost gratitude. Let me guide you to flowing with the rhythm of your life. The beautiful and peaceful dragon's main role as a galactic dragon is to support all indigo and crystal children who have special and unusual abilities and traits, adults and those on the autistic spectrum. Just about getting my words out. She is in fact named after the crystal children. She fully understands the complexities that can accompany these children and adults, so is here to support them and their families as much as possible. She urges us to explore their richness of talent in whatever area works for them. For example, this could be numbers, sport, art, music or pottery, or anything that allows the mind to unleash and creativity to flow. She understands that the classroom, with its restraints and rules of quiet and concentration, often does not work for these naturally inquisitive, artistic souls. If Crystal has swooped into your cards today, she encourages you to add colour, vibrancy, or shape to your life in any way you are drawn to. She asks, have you become too rigid in your thinking, expectations, or outlook on life? Let me guide you in flowing with the rhythm of your life. And loosen any feelings of tension from your body. Allow your mind to daydream. Let it explore new possibilities. Find creative pursuits and free your soul. Our lives rarely flow along a straight route. They are always full of twists and turns. She goes on to say, learn to follow the ebb and flow of the tide of your existence here on earth. Struggle and resistance do not serve you. They simply frustrate and vex you. She asks us why we do a job we hate or stay with a partner we can't communicate with. If it makes us unhappy, be true to yourself, be authentic in your life, and allow yourself to let go of all that doesn't bring warmth to your very being. Crystal encourages us to follow our dreams, live our joy, and be open to new possibilities. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this distant angelic Reiki healing, and I will see you again soon. Look after yourselves.